So I wanted to talk about being a mother or being a father, having children, being a parent. It never comes with a rule book. It never comes with a rule book. And a lot of times, you know, people think because you're a mother, you have to continue to deal with crap. You have to continue to deal with things that your children may issue out to you or may create within your life. Infants, babies, okay, and fools. Cool. But when you grow up, as you grow up, being a child to adolescent to teenager to adult, you are taught a lot of things. Now, granted, everybody's background, everybody's been raised in single mother, households, single father households, or just both together as a union, as a unit, and creating that foundation, for your children, creating that foundation for your generations to come, and so on and so forth. But I just wanted to talk about the aspects of being a parent. It's never easy. It's never easy. And when you are a mother, it's even harder. It's even more challenging. It's even more, it's just intricate. Because as a mother, the natural mother, the natural empress, the natural woman of God is a nurturer, is a lover, is someone you can confide in, someone who listens, someone who is honest. Now, I get a lot of people have their opinions about gentle parenting and, their opinions on, different children. You have to, take different approaches. But when we deal with the different, the difference within the children that we birth, we have to take in consideration of the soul that that child carries. Some children are hard. Some children are sensitive. Some children can deal with the straight up, the straightforwardness. Some children, they are delicate. They are fragile. Some children are sensitive, depending on the foundation that they are brought up within their environment, how they are nurtured, how they raised, And so my mothers and my fathers, we do our best as a mother and as a father for the ones that are present, the ones that are doing their best at listening, understanding, doing their best at really trying to understand their child in both aspects of their children and who they are and how they identify, how they operate, how they express themselves. We have to, as a mother and as a father, we have to be willing to cultivate that patience with our children. That's the true definition of a mother and a father, cultivating everything that we need to be able to understand, and overstand that child. And then we also have to remember that these are our bloodlines. So we have to remember, how was we as children, how did our inner child, how did our inner child need to be taken care of? How did our inner child need to be nurtured? How did our inner child need to be spoken to? There's always a tune and a tone that needs to be utilized to break through, to be receptive, and on the delivery end as well. So we always have to think about the effect on both ends. Now you raise your children, you be this nurturing parent, you be this gentle parent, you be this understanding parent, you be this honest parent. And let's say your child go on and do whatever it is they feel they need to do because they don't want to listen to the jewels you drop to them. Is that your fault? No. Because everybody has a blueprint being birthed here on this earthly plane within this dimension. So everybody has to create their karma that comes back around. And whichever incarnation you decide to come back in. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not. From a broader perspective, never feel guilty about doing the best you could, even when they don't listen. As a mother, as a father, as a parent. If they don't listen, then they must learn their lessons and create their own karma. That's on them. Sure, it might sound harsh to some people and say, well, you still have to be a parent. You still have to, tell your child this and guide your child and keep at it and keep on them, keep getting on them. It's one thing to continue to drop the jewels, but it's another whether they're listening or not, whether they're taking it in and cultivating it and storing it in one side of their brain as they evolve and get older. It's up to them. These motherfucking kids don't belong to us. As a mother, as a father, as a parent, we are here to be guidance. To be of guidance. That's why it says on paperwork, when you enroll your child or you have to sign papers for your children, it say guardianship. Guardianship. Guiding and guarding them. Protecting them. Dropping gems. Teaching them. Enlightening them, loving them, doing the best that you can. And yes, sometimes our children are our karma. My apologies for the noise in the background. My nephews, they are busy. But it's all good. Hey. Hey. Don't shut the doors no more. So, don't feel guilty, mothers, fathers, guardians, parents. Don't feel sorry. Don't feel guilty if your children decide to go the opposite direction and don't listen. We all have free will, and the choice is up to them. Everybody has to learn their lessons That's part of evolution. That's part of evolving. Everybody becomes a teacher and a student. So, don't feel guilty, my beloveds. And continue to be that gentle, nurturing. Of course, we have to set boundaries so they can understand where we're coming from. But don't feel guilty about being that gentle parent, that understanding parent, that listener, that parent with compassion, that parent that has empathy, that parent that has big love in their hearts. Don't feel guilty. Don't. Everyone's going to do what they want to do. So people must learn their lessons. So, my beautiful ones, I love you all. Peace, purpose, prosperity, love, evolution. They playing hard.